Okay, so for this tutorial, we're going to start drawing up a radio, and you guys are going to follow along, and this will hopefully give you the skills in order to design and draw up your own radio concept. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start by drawing the rough box, or the raw box and the raw side without cutting any pieces apart or shelling or doing anything like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click up here on Create Sketch, and I'm going to go on the front. And I'm going to hit S for search, type in rectangle, and I'm going to do a center rectangle, this guy here. And then I'm going to hover over the middle, push my box out and start putting some dimensions in. So for this guy, I'm going to go 115 by 95, something like that. So I'm going to make this with 2 speakers, so this is going to be quite a large radio. Now I'm going to make that 3D, so I'm going to hit E for extrude, select this box, and then that guy's going to go out 35 millimeters, like so. Okay, now I'm going to sort of add some, change the shape on this one a little bit. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fillet these corners. So I'm going to hit F for fillet, select my edges, shift middle mouse button or 2 fingers. I'm going to put maybe a 10 mil. Yeah, I'm going to go a 10 mil fillet on that. And then I'm going to chamfer the corners. So I'm going to do a little bit of iPhone 5 styling on this one. I'm going to go front and back. So I'm going to hit S for search, then type in chamfer. Hit enter, bring the chamfer tool up. Click on the front and the back. And we're going to make that 3 millimeters maybe. 2, 1. Yeah, I think 1 looks pretty cool. So we're going to end up with something like that. So the trick is you draw a 2D sketch and you get your shape right. Then you do a 3D operation to it. So you turn it into a box or a cube or a cylinder or whatever. And then you sort of fillet it and try and roughly get the outside of your shape how you want it to look. Our next step from here in is we actually need to split it and turn it into 2 bodies. So it's just 1 body. So if you look up here at the body section, make this a bit bigger, and we click on this down arrow, we've only got this 1 body. So we want to turn that into 2. So the easiest way to do that is to create a sketch here. I'm going to click on the bottom of my object, and I'm going to hit L for line. I'm going to snap it to the triangle so I know it's a midpoint. I'm going to go from there to there. So I've just put a line on the bottom. I'm going to type S, and I'm going to go split for split body. Click on that tool, body to split, select the whole thing, and then splitting tool, I'm going to use that line that I just drew. Hit OK. And now what that's done is it's actually split the body in half. So if you go over the body section here, now I've got 2 bodies. So I'm going to rename these so I don't get confused. Front, back, like so. And now I actually need to hollow them out. And there's a couple of different ways to do that, but the sort of the best practice for that guy is to, so I'm going to turn the front off to actually use the shell command. And this is good because this will work on any sort of shape that you've created, generally speaking. So if I hit go S for search again and go shell, enter, I want to click on the face that I want to be hollow. So if you imagine that you were like, you had a watermelon and you were carving into that watermelon, you want to select the face that you're actually carving out. So that's this front face here. I'm going to click that guy, and then you need to give it some wall thickness. Now for the 3D printer, the best compromise between, there's a couple of ways. The best compromise between sort of using up too much material and adding structural strength and also not making it too heavy is generally anywhere from 3 to kind of 5 millimeters. Now, because we're going to be using these magnets, we're going to have to add a bit more material later on. But I think what's going to work the best for us is if we do a 3 millimeter wall thickness. Okay, so I'm going to type in 3, and I'm going to go enter. And as you can see, it's hollowed it out, and it's shelled it and made it into a hollow piece so that we can start putting some components in it. So I can turn off the back part, turn the front on, rotate round so I'm looking at from the back. I'm going to S, I'm going to type in shell, I'm going to select that face again, hit 3 millimeters, I'll do the same thing. And now we've got a nice hollow object that we can start actually putting some components into. And those components are going to be we're going to have some speakers going in there, the board going in there, the battery pack going in there, and also an antenna going in there as well. So we'll sort of start to fit those in as we go. Now to get the magnets to line up on this guy, so I'm just going to start on the back piece here. To actually draw the magnets in, the magnets are a rare earth magnet with a diameter of 3 millimeters and a depth of 3 millimeters. So we need to actually make some lugs for those particular magnets. So my advice for that is turn your front off like I have here, turn your back on, and I'm going to hit create sketch. I'm going to click on that edge there so that I'm drawing on the front of it. And I'm going to actually start to draw in some lugs that we're going to actually put the magnets into. So for this guy here, I'd probably be happy with 6 magnets. I think that'll be 6 magnets on the front, 6 magnets on the back. I think that's going to be fine. So the first thing I'm going to do is, and I'll zoom in a bit for you, I'm going to draw 1 to start with. So let's click on this corner here. So I've got this radius here. I'm going to click this guy. And I'm going to make a lug 6 millimeters, like that. So I'm going to go 6 millimeter circle and hit enter. And then enter again. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to hit extrude, and this little extra bit that I've created here, I'm going to pull him down, let's say about 6 mil. So I'm going to go -6 on that. Okay, and now I also need to put a hole into that to actually a hole in it to remove some material so I can actually get the magnet in there. So I'm going to hit create sketch. I'm going to hover over this guy again. I'm going to hit C for circle. I'm going to hover over here until I find the center, and I'm going to make this one 3 millimeters. 3, enter, enter. And then I'm going to extrude that one there, and I'm going to go down -3.5, enter. And that's actually made a hole there for our magnets to go into. Now, rather than draw them on each corner, the last thing I'm going to do actually is I'm going to give this a bit more strength. I'm going to add some fillets to it. So let's go F for fillet. I'm going to click on this edge here. Click on this edge here, and I might even just come all the way underneath. It's a bit tricky to see, so I can't quite see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here to my little computer screen, display settings, visual styles, and go to shading with hidden edges. I'm just going to spin around so that my computer's going very slow. I'm going to spin it around as it comes with me. It doesn't want to do it in this one, unfortunately, so that's okay. So let's go on those outside ones. Let's go 3 millimeters, maybe 2. And you can see just by doing that, it's going to add a bit more strength. I actually won't fill it underneath it now that I think about it, because I might want to get a board in there. So 2 or 1. I think 1's probably going to look pretty good. So we go 1, enter, and that's actually added that strength onto it. So that won't fall out when we try and bang a magnet into it later on. So I'll turn my display style back to so computer monitor, visual style, go back to shaded. Sorry, not shaded. Shaded with visual style, shaded with hidden visible edges only. And now I want to copy that across into all corners, so I can use the mirror command. So if I hit S, type in mirror, pattern type, I want to do features, and I want to do my last couple of features. So I want to do that extrusion, and that radius there. And my mirror plane, I'm going to select this plane here, and that's going to put it in the corner for me. So I'm going to hit OK. Yeah. Bit weird. Let's try that one again. Select, mirror, pattern type. So we've got bodies. Features. That one. That one. So we'll go to that hole there. And that extrusion. Let's try and push it to the other side. It doesn't like it for some reason. Computer failed. Fillet edge found. Okay, so what I might do is undo that fillet. So I'm going to go Command Z. I'm just trying to push it across without the fillet. It doesn't like it for some reason. So I'm going to go mirror, features, that one, mirror plane. Okay. It seemed to work. And I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to go mirror, down the bottom, object, features. I'm going to select that last mirror. And my mirror plane. Okay. And then we'll do it one last time. And I'm going to pick that object and that object, mirror plane, down the bottom, hit OK. And now I've got them in all corners. Now I'm just going to fillet them all together. So I'm going to go F for fillet, and I'm going to select that edge. Fillets are a great way to add strength or to just tidy things up so they look a bit better. Back here. So you can always select multiple things when you're filleting. It's good practice. It keeps you 1 mil on that. Let's go 2. Looks better. Hit 2. Enter. When you do multiple fillets, it keeps your timeline down here just a little bit cleaner. Okay, and there you have it. So there's a couple of ways to mirror those holes across the other piece. I think I might put some holes in the middle as well. So let's go create a new sketch on this face here. And I'll do the same again. I'm going to C for circle, snap to the middle, 6 mil. See, I might be able to speed this up a little bit actually. Let's do it in one hit. 3 mil. Actually, no, that won't quite work. So I'll just do my 6 mil circle, sorry. E for extrude, click that guy. -6, going down and enter. Then we'll do another sketch on there. C again, snap to the middle, 3 mil, enter. E for extrude, that guy, -3.5. Perfect. And then I'm going to mirror those across. I'm going to go S, mirror, features, that extrusion, mirror plane, this one here to spin it across to the, okay, F for fillet, that guy there, that guy there. Go there. Finally, that one in there. 2 mil. Cool. Now I've got 6 magnet spots there, which is good. They're pretty low profile. They're going to stay out of the way and they're going to be pretty strong. So the last step is to, obviously we've got them on the back, but we don't have them on the front piece. So we need to project them across. So we'll probably do that in the next tutorial, I think. Okay, so if you can just get to this stage so that on your back piece here, you've got these 6 magnet holes, that would be great. Thank you.